Hey guys, Craig Dye here with Wilderness Systems Fishing Kayaks, and y'all know what's coming. It's the 2019 Kayak Bass Fishing National Championship in Shreveport, Louisiana. And I'm going to give you my top 3 things that I do to get ready for this amazing event. Come on. Alright, the first thing I do, going to a new lake or a new group of lakes like we have this year for the National Championship, is, I'm going to be honest with you, I just get on YouTube and I just search every lake and I search fishing in the spring and I just watch, and I grew up in Louisiana fishing, fishing a lot of salt water. I've never been on these lakes before, so I want to see what it's like. I'll go watch a 30-minute YouTube of just some guy that, some random guy just out there fishing, and just watch and just see what they're doing, seeing how they're catching them. Make sure you try to figure out what time of year it is. That's the first thing I do. It gives you a really good idea what to expect when you get there. You're not surprised by anything, and and so you're definitely going to be prepared with lures and what the water's going to look like and what you're going to be fishing around. Obviously, you got to start looking at your maps. You have Navionics. I like to go look at Google Maps and MapQuest and Google Earth, and I like to switch it up because a lot of times each different mapping system will show you different seasons. You can also see different levels of water. You can see what areas flood or what areas hold water when the water's low. I mean, it's real helpful. I know it sounds silly, but I actually rather fish around less fish at the same time around less people. I'd rather go to a place where the fishing is tough, but I know the fish are there. There's bait there. There's deep water close. It's just they got to be there. But a lot of people aren't fishing those areas, and it's usually the places that are a hard paddle, or they're just not the easiest, most convenient places to get to. I try to just do my own thing. I'm comfortable fishing for less fish around less people, and just making the most out of the area that I'm in. That's just my deal. So yeah. And I've been pretty fortunate so far, so I'm going to keep doing the same thing until it stops working. After I've done my research online, I have a rough game plan of what I want to do. I believe this is most likely going to be a shallow bite, 6 or 8 feet or shallower. If I can get on something deeper, it'd actually probably be, pretty nice. But most likely it'll be a shallow bite. And for me, that means shallow cranking. I don't do a lot to my crankbaits. The one thing I do, especially when it comes to tournaments, when you're talking about lots of money and you don't want to miss any of them, is I upgrade the hooks. This is the Rapala BX Brat. This is the stock right here. You can see the hooks. And I add the KVD triple grips on here to all of my square bill crankbaits. Really all of my crankbaits I'm going to fish in a tournament. It just gives me that confidence that when I hook that 3-pounder and she jumps, that I got her. So yeah, you're going to lose some, but upgrading the hooks to something a little bigger, a little more stout, definitely increases your odds, getting that fish on the kayak. We all know chatterbaits catch big fish. Just ask Dwayne Taft, who won the national championship last year. And a lot of times I'll find fish with a square bill, go back with a chatterbait, and a lot of times you will catch those bigger fish. Don't do too much to these. I like to make sure I sharpen the hook. I definitely do that the night before a tournament or while sitting in the kayak waiting for a first cast. And then I've really fallen in love with these blade minnows. These right here, they look so good on a chatterbait that I really haven't been using any other trailer over the last probably 2 years, just because this looks so good. I mean, you can't. To me, that just looks amazing. Look at that. So that's just a regular half-ounce chatterbait, and with the blade minnow on there. And yeah, I just, for my square bills, make sure the hooks are sharp. I put new hooks, and then chatterbait, obviously sharp hooks, and whatever trailer works for you. That's my third and final thing that I like to do to get ready for a tournament like the Kayak Bass Fishing National Championship is read the rules. I know, it's crazy, but let me tell you, I was a tournament director for Kayak Bass Fishing TN in Nashville, and I've seen it all, okay? I've seen guys have great days out there that come in and they had the wrong identifier code, or they didn't have the right measuring device, or it just goes on and on. But for me, I'm gonna read the rules, and I'm gonna read them again, because I don't want to be the guy that loses 50,000, 75,000, whatever it's going to be, some crazy number. I'm not going to be the guy that misses out because of a broken rule. My final words to everybody for this tournament: read the rules, know where you're going, make sure your hooks are sharp. Let's go catch them.